Cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Being chased out left. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His 2nd catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Rolling to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Kamara up the middle. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try to throw now. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Winston finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Winston on 4th down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. This is taken at the 23. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. On the check down, he finds Kamara. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Winston. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Williams to return. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On second down, a run with Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mariota. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Handoff running left, Patterson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. A first down throw for Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Winston. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw again on second down. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Third and short yardage. Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Kamara. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's got the first down and more. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9, Winston steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Landry. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Winston now. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Winston. Olave holds it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. Touchdown! Chris Olave on the touchdown toss from Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. As he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Patterson running between the tackles. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Patterson again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. They'll run with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth down, Mariota. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Winston now to throw on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Kamara trying again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Mariota to throw it. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, Mariota out to his left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. A give. This is Kamara. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now Kamara. Given 2 yards, that sets him up 1st and goal. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, push themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
This game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Third down, here's Patterson. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. He's got it to the 43 here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mariota. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw, Mariota. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.